Hey guys, it's Setup Saturday. Today I have a little bit more time, so I'm going to talk about three setups. My dancing, free ride, and push setup. So let's start with the dancing board. This is a homemade deck. I have grip tape only on the nose and tail. For trucks I have Paris 50 degrees. I would really recommend those for dancing because they allow you to carve nicely, and yet because of the way the bushing seat is made, it restrains turn at the point where you would get wheel bite, so that's really great for that. I have 89A rad bushing on the bottom, and 85A SHR Venom with the cup washer roadside. I have 86A mini Ozones on there for now. They're relatively small, have a big core, so they will keep me rolling decently long for a decently long time, while still not giving me too much wheel bite. I do get quite a bit of wheel bite on this deck, so I'm going to dig some wheel wells in the near future. So I'm really digging the dimensions of the deck. It's really fun. Next up, my go-to freeride setup. It's the Rain Future Killer. You guys are gonna start getting used to it. With the Rogue 50 degrees, I de-wedge them with 5 degrees homemade wedges. I have 90A SHR Venom on the board side and 90A APS Riptide on the roadside. I have a sleeved washer and no washer, of course. Then I have a set of these wheels, 727 in 65 millimeters. They're my favorite wheel of all time. Honestly, they slide really predictably. The slide's very buttery, no matter which speed you're going at. The break-in period is a little bit longer than on another wheel, but it's definitely worth it. It rolls pretty fast, slides so well. I think everybody who free rides should get one. I have a custom-made nose and tail protectors, of course, because the Rain construction is relatively fragile, and I don't want to mess up a $100 deck. And this one's a blend, so that's why I got it for relatively cheap. Vicious grip tape, Zealous bearings, and yeah, it's really nice. Honestly, the small flares, the micro drop, the W, and the concave in general locks your feet in so nice. And yeah. And finally, the pushing setup. It's a Rain Road Canoe. I don't know how we should pronounce that. I've got some 88 kegels on there, Zealous bearings of course, surf rods in Deces if I'm not mistaken. I have 85A SHR barrel board side and 90A APS Riptide on the roadside. I'm running a slightly bigger flat washer than the stock Kingpin gives me, because the bushing overhangs a little bit on the edges, so it's just better this way in my opinion. The board itself, it's quite great. The 0.75 inch drop is really nice to get you low to the ground and get you going with minimal effort. I did add some duct tape concave. I don't know how well you can see this, but that's due to the fact that the board comes with the linear drop, which I don't like very much, because when your feet are next to the drop you don't have any concave and it feels kind of awkward, especially coming from a Sportster, which you might see up there. So I just stack some duct tape and it does the job decently well. I did chop the tip right there, as you can see, and it allows me to pick it up and carry it with the wheels rolling while I'm carrying it, so that's quite cool. removes a little bit of weight and gives me a possible future footstop material, so it's kind of nice. The trucks are really low, they turn very nicely, and they allow me to get into slides very easily when I need to. And this is Jessup grip tape, which I made a small graphic. And yeah, I'm really anxious to try this on a long distance push trip, which I'm planning on doing this summer. It should be a lot of fun. So, oh yeah, and I'm also going to get some 159mm axles, and it's only the axle because they're modular. The bushing seat is you can take the hanger part, is what I want to say. So I'm going to get some slightly narrower axles and a 0 degree or an adjustable base plate in the back, so I can put it to a lower degree and pump a little bit easier if I need to. So that's my ship.